Thank you.
Starting and... Okay, you're live.
Hello, folks. It's that time of week again. Something you've eagerly been waiting for the whole week. All 12 of you. But I do understand people do watch us at a later date, so hopefully we'll pick up a few more people as the week progresses. We're sort of back to normal. Right? We're back to normal.
What's normal?
Yeah, who's going to define normal?
We have the real town clerk here, and we can start with his report.
Okay. So, we were open Friday, the first time of many to come. We will be open on Fridays from now going forward. I think that's a good thing. It wasn't that busy, but I don't think everybody has the word yet. We had an ad in the shopping guide and on the website and Facebook as well. So, I imagine that'll pick up. I was a little dismayed because either the trash or recycling truck went by my house at 5:45 last week. I couldn't tell which one, which is, just for the record, 15 minutes before they're supposed to start, which means they started much earlier than that.
They did. I saw a notification somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, that they had put out the day before, I think.
Jeez.
That said they were going to start at 4:45. I think that's what it was.
Okay. They
But it
gotta
was-
let us know.
I agree.
You gotta post that.
I agree. They can't just put it on social
Yeah.
media. But I think that must have been where I saw it. I don't know where.
Yeah, Mike is pretty good at posting things on
Right.
social media, but I don't always see them.
Right.
They went by my house at 5 in the morning,
Yeah, yeah.
pretty early.
So anyways, it's a contract, but I'll let you deal with that. They had also picked up here, because I brought my stuff here, but at 7:45 when I got here, it had
Oh,
already been picked
Jesus.
up. So anyways, this brought up another curiosity for me. I was looking at the contract to see if I was right about the timing. Does anybody know how they segregate the contents of commercial dumpsters from residential trash? I mean, do they make a special run for...
You mean like the one I have at my house? Like we have a dumpster for a commercial.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they do it on a different day.
okay.
As far to my knowledge, on Thursdays is the trash day. They pick up their dumpsters.
Their dumpsters,
Well, at least
okay.
they pick up mine every Thursday.
Yeah, that was just curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Bulky waste, I don't know where we are on that. I guess we're not gonna do another one from what I'm hearing. We haven't gotten any calls recently, except from new
Oh,
residents.
whoa.
Yeah.
Pick me. I spoke with the selectman I just happened to be acquainted with from Hiram and Porter, and they let me know that I don't dare say it's right. So as soon as they had to do a traffic study, because they're opening up to more towns.
Yeah?
Well, they're not opening up to more towns. They're only opening up to Parsonsfield.
Oh, really?
And
Oh, don't we feel special?
yeah, but they had to pay $870 or $880 for this traffic study,
Okay.
just because they're opening up to another town, and their contract or whatever they have was only for so many with the state, because I don't know, state
Yeah.
road, the permit, I'm not sure. I still am not certain what that was, but they had to pay $870, and I said, if it's only for our town, I said, then I would think we would gladly pick it up, especially if we're, you know what I'm saying, in one way or another, we'll pick it up, because they kind of were hinting around, and I said, I see no reason why we wouldn't. You're only opening up to us, and you wouldn't have to do that if it wasn't for us. So I said, pass that along, and then away we'll go. Get rid of all of our bulky waste. We won't have to have another bulky waste.
Who
So.
would I call to ask them to send the invoice?
Tri-Town, maybe Mary Lou, maybe over to Hiram Town office and ask them,
Why wouldn't we need another bulky waste?
because we could take it to Tri-Town.
You mean another one replacing the one that David talked about?
Yeah. No,
But we
like,
still have one bulky waste each year.
well, we won't have to anymore if we, well,
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's charged to them.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
beyond that.
well, okay, so we'll still have one because they're gonna pick it up for free. That's a good idea. But aside from that, anyone who wants to get rid of their
Right.
bulky waste sooner or
Right.
later can
But
take it
that's
to Tri-Town.
gonna cost them.
It's gonna cost them, and if it costs, they said, for example, if something costs $10 for a Hiram resident, it's gonna cost $15 for a Parsonsfield resident.
To be
And so,
expected.
yes, absolutely, and we'll probably have to print off some Parsonsfield stickers,
Okay,
you know, I would assume.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
We'll have
Okay.
to, they, you
All right,
know,
well, we need to talk a little bit about it then. I mean,
Yeah.
the sticker's gonna be free.
right. Well, yeah, that's the thing, maybe we could, to start, recoup up the 800 and some dollars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To, and so I can try to get, I can go to the next meeting, which, if it's tonight, I don't feel that great, I'm not going tonight if it's tonight. Something makes me think it's on a Monday.
Do we need a contract for this?
Anyways, I'll go to the next meeting that I can and try to get this all ironed out and come back and say, this is when it's gonna start. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we should pay to start and
Excellent.
get it going.
So is it just brown goods?
Well, it's construction material.
I think it's,
Or
I think it possibly might be everything but household
Yeah,
trash.
Okay, okay, yeah, well, get the
But
specifics.
let me
then.
get the specific,
Yeah.
let me go to the next meeting again and find out and.
Yeah.
It's
I'll-
important, though, that we keep those pickups we have.
No, it is, because some people aren't capable, they
Exactly.
can't take it, I agree.
Exactly.
So that's a good point, so it's a good idea, we still have the pickup and we're already paying for it.
Right.
So, but if people wanna get rid of things sooner or later, they
Yeah.
can take it to Tri-Town.
Yeah, yeah, some people don't have room to store it, or they
Correct.
just wanna get it out.
Correct.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful.
So,
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay,
Thank you, Lawrence.
let's see, we have collected over $3 million in property taxes against our commitment of 3.171 million. We're at almost 96%. There are 118 accounts that still owe 2021 taxes and 26 that still owe 2020 taxes. Lien notices will be going out early next week to those 118, or at least most of them. We may still get some payments in the meantime. And then liens would go on 30 days later. Oh, I guess that's what I said in the next one. I'm gonna leave the next two alone. And that's really it then. It's the usual, to be careful of spam and ransomware. Don't click on any links that you don't know about.
I had one question, Dave, that came, I don't know where from. Because it's 2 weeks ago. Where people over 65 will not get an increase in their taxes. Is that something that's gonna be difficult for you to manage, or how does that?
I assume, and this is a big assumption, but I assume that Trio will implement something
adjust it.
in there. They'll have to, because otherwise the commitment calculations will be all off.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
that's my.
So my
Yeah.
question
Concern.
is this gonna be a state reimbursed thing, or the towns
Yeah,
pick this up?
yeah, no, it's a state reimbursement. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, in Trio, we probably would have a little checkbox that just says over 65.
Right.
And if that's the case, then when the commitment is done, it would take that into
would
account.
keep that
It would have to
even.
take a snapshot of
Yeah.
what the existing,
Okay.
let's see, is it assessment or taxes? Actual,
I think
whatever it
it's-
is.
I
whatever
think
it
it's
is.
taxes.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, but, you know, if we have to do it manually, which I don't think the state would
It'd be impossible.
yeah, it would be next to impossible, yeah.
All right, so when will you know on that? Any
Well,
idea?
I mean, it doesn't go into effect until next year.
It doesn't come,
The
this,
upcoming taxes will not be affected
okay,
by
good,
this,
okay,
yeah.
I thought it might be this year.
No.
Okay,
No.
that's too bad. That's, anyone else, anything, David?
For David? No, I think we're all set. We're gonna talk about dehumidifier.
Yeah,
But other
yeah,
than
I'm
that,
sorry,
we'll
I
do
didn't
that
have a
later.
chance to come
No,
back in.
That's all right. We'll find the one we want and order it up.
All right. So, moving right along.
I'll be right back.
Deb,
Yes.
is this part of anything that, is this just for our?
Just for our-
Track
For
right
our
now,
own
yes.
information?
We have last week's agenda and bills that were paid are being paid. We're starting in the new budget year. From a report we received from Debbie, just hot off the press. Looks like our budgeting was very, very, very good last year. We have a $15,000 unanticipated expenses account. We still have $2,200 left in that. And the main problems and the main expenses were medical and dental insurance went up because we had a person who switched coverages. That was $8,000. And disposal expense with Echo Maine had an increase, and that was $3,400. So, two there take care of the what would have been overages in the budget. CEO had no report today. He is bringing in 2 candidates for an assistant or deputy CEO. We'll interview those people next week. That's in case the CEO is unavailable. We'll have someone who is sworn in that can basically do the job. York County Sheriff's report came in. We had a meeting with the chief deputy a while ago, like about an hour ago. And he was saying that that York County is basically fully staffed and with deputies. So that Darren will be back on a regular schedule of which the select board can participate in. So the summary of events, really just 2 operating without a license and a warrant arrest. Nothing else dramatic except the usual town problems. We have the deputy's contract for next year, or this year, since it starts July 1st. We'll be reviewing that and signing it. In the next week. It's been a pretty standard contract for the last few years. We have a note from our planning board here to the town of Effingham concerning their new gas station on Route 16?
25?
25. 25, thank you. I keep getting that, never mind. So it's the town of Effingham is concerned about the pollution from the aquifer, and surrounding towns were asked for input. And we asked to be kept informed, and the chairman of the planning board, Alan Jackson, is following up on that.
There's a letter on the back. Did you read that?
Yeah, I just read it.
A letter from
They're
the back.
asking us to
Get some information.
get this information.
Where, on the back of which letter?
There's a letter on the staple to the back, the second page.
Okay.
Oh. I really don't understand this. Planning board. Well, we'll have to check with Alan. We weren't initially gonna be involved in this part of it. I don't think it's our purview to check and see how Effingham's doing their job, but we can talk about it. For instance, the questions that were asked were, where was the contaminated dirt, current status of monitoring, how deep are the tanks? Those are questions that have been answered by Effingham and by the people putting the service station in, so I don't know how we're gonna be involved with that. Oh, should we be involved with it?
Sorry.
Well, I think they were concerned about the water quality, you know,
Yeah,
going
but
down.
that's all,
Well, I understand that, but I mean, that those were concerns that they had.
well, that's why we asked to stay involved initially.
Yeah.
But the courts have decided that everything's fine, that they can proceed based upon the information we got a couple weeks ago, so.
I think most of them were concerned about where the dirt went that was dug out of there and what condition it was in and where did it go. And
But they can, that's their bag. To me, that's Effingham's concerns.
What do you want me to tell the planning, ask the planning board?
That we'll talk to them in the later date and explain that. I thought I explained down that we didn't really want to get involved in that when he came in here, so I was a little surprised to see the letter. So I'll talk to Alan about
Okay.
why they did it.
Or just simply why they sent it to us, why they wouldn't just send it themselves.
I
Exactly.
think I asked that, why don't you send this?
I might be able to clarify that. They were looking for a soil test from the EPA or DEP, and the planning board felt they had to go through the selectmen to request that information from DEP or F.
Public information.
Anyone can request it, huh? Especially Effingham's people.
I think, I don't want to jump in, but the planning board always sent a letter.
I'm sorry, can you speak
The
to?
planning board sent a letter months ago,
yeah,
but they wanted more teeth, and they wanted to ask the selectmen to say something too. And if you go on YouTube, there's some new videos out about this whole project. It's pretty informative.
Okay, we have a note from our attorney here concerning the Collins Stanley Building, Peter Collins, Equity North, which I believe is his mortgage holder. So there's more people in the mix right now. in a note from David Laurie, our attorney, on the same subject, trying to come up with a solution that will keep everyone happy. Harvey, anything on the solar?
Nothing on the solar,
Okay.
but the comprehensive plan committee, that was number 5.
Yeah,
Skip over
sorry.
that. We're on chapter 3 for revision. So that one is transportation. So we're moving on down the list. So,
How many chapters are there, Harv?
well,
You're on 3, but what do we got here?
it gets a little changeover down the line, but there are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are more technical in nature, and then we get into the community issues after that. So,
Would you say you're a third done, half done?
oh, I would say we're probably a third done, maybe. But not everything has to go from read to reread and then
Right, no,
to
I
final. So it's not as simple as it sounds, but we're getting there.
Nothing from the Saco River. The audio video from the 2 companies that gave us quotations, based upon a little more information, we will probably select Security 101 because it was cheaper, considerably cheaper. But we want to talk to them again to make sure that it's going to be fully compatible with what we have in the office now as far as systems and speed and that type of thing. So they could not come in this week. Hopefully they can come in next week and we can meet with David, who is our IT guy, and make sure that what they're proposing is compatible with what we have, or if we have to spend a few extra dollars. Request to buy a budding property. We were going to check with the real estate.
Yeah, she said 20,000, which I was not.
For an unbuildable lot?
She's selling stuff every day for a ridiculous price. I'm not saying we should ask that by any means. I mean, we're getting it back on the tax books. Someone's gonna pay taxes on it. I'm still sticking with what I originally said with 5,000, but
But she said 20?
hold on. It was last, I did
I mean,
it.
that seems,
They get 50,000
I know that.
for an acre and a half.
You wouldn't even believe the prices that people are paying for
Yeah,
things.
It's pretty ridiculous.
She followed that with saying she just sold 1.2 acres on the water for 400,000. So,
well, on the water, different.
I'll put a hose on North.
Buildable,
So
she
why
said,
is this
she
not
said,
buildable?
it's not big enough.
I don't, yeah.
But it's an existing lot, existing non-conforming lot.
What do you have to build with an excuse me, you have to build within 18 months or something?
No, no. You have to meet setbacks, and if you can't meet setbacks, then you need to apply for a variance. And there's no guarantee you'll get it, but
So it is a possibility.
There, yeah, you're correct. Jesse said,
yeah, just read into
Excuse me.
the ordinance a little too
and,
much.
well, I thought he said not about this particular lot, but a
Yeah.
different lot a few months ago. It has to meet 2 or 3 of the things.
Right.
You know, so it can be all right with one of, missing maybe. enough acreage if it has enough frontage and,
Right.
you know what I'm
That is
saying?
correct, yes.
Then they can get a variance if it has 2 of the 3 or something like that, right?
Something. Yeah, I would have to look at the
Yes, I'm not
ordinance.
certain, but
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
Yeah.
She said 15 to 20,000. She said do it for 10. She said it's only a matter of what someone will pay for it. They may not give you 10 for it. So,
If you're gonna do it on the open market, why not start high? I mean, that's what everybody's doing. There are houses that people are listing knowing they won't sell for what they got them listed for.
and then people are paying more than they ask.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the fact is too, he has acreage back there that he could probably add to it to make it
Yeah.
viable,
Uh-huh.
so.
Do we want to settle on 10 to start? Jesse said, what'd Jesse say? He was higher than that.
Well,
So if it's not good to anybody but an abutter, if it isn't, then it would be nice to get it, somebody having it to pay taxes, and we don't want to scare them away from buying it.
True, I will add that this tax cycle, it's not gonna be on the books.
Right.
So as long as something happens by April 1st next year, then it's on the books for next year. So why not start high?
Okay?
That's just my take.
I would just, if you could, I think you should verify that that's, the 20,000 was a realistic number from the,
No, it was realistic.
well, then, we we did say, didn't we, that would go with.
I know, but that's outrageous compared to what we've sold lots for in the past
Well,
couple
I know,
of
but
years.
just because we,
I understand. Gave them away before.
well, not give them away, but we were
Close.
very conservative.
Yeah.
Well, after following real estate for a while, 20,000 is probably the cheapest lot in town right now.
And it's not even a lot, though, really. I mean,
Wow.
unless it gets modified or whatever you want to call it. So what do you want to start with, Harvey?
I don't know. I met with the young fella. He seems like he was in good set in mind. There was only one abutter? Or
Yeah.
was there two? Should we, once we determine the price, are we gonna?
Yes, we
allow
gotta
the
notify the other one.
Notify the owner.
Well,
Well,
the
if you're
assessors
putting it
are
on the
their
open
property.
market,
Yeah, I mean, we could,
yeah, you don't have to notify anybody. You can, but you don't have to.
I'd recommend we just put it on the market, what they recommended, the 20 grand, and we have the right to refuse anything or change it. I mean, if we don't get any bids, we can lower it.
Don't
Right.
forget that the realtor is gonna be getting a.
No, I didn't hire anybody. Unless you want me to
I
hire
know.
somebody.
The town values a property at 5,000.
Unless you want me to hire her. Yeah.
No, we just put it in the paper.
I mean, you had a gentleman come in who wants to purchase it.
Right.
Well,
Whatever we do, we should probably start doing on the regular.
Right.
you're gonna say you're gonna use the assessed value for all property for,
No, I'm saying.
Starting
Well,
point, but
if we're gonna use the assessed value, then we put it in there for 5,000. But
well, that's the thing, I think what Harvey, or you, we should do the same thing
should we?
in the future. We should continue to treat all of them the same way.
Correct.
right.
Now, the question is,
Should we?
how you wanna do this one?
This well, is that we could take.
What do
it.
you wanna do in the future?
I think if we took the. I don't
How
know.
old is the assessed value?
I have the privilege of having a
2009.
sister-in-law realtor, so I can just ask her and she's gonna tell me. She's not gonna go into a full-fledged market evaluation, but she'll tell me. So at this point, I could say this is the market, what she values it at the market evaluation, and this is the assessed value. We could cut it happy medium, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the assessed value was in 2009.
Correct. Yeah, things have changed
That's-
quite a bit.
Like
Wait a
for
minute.
everyone else, too. It's the same for everyone. I mean, your practice has been is to send a letter out to the
Well,
abutter.
right.
That's what I mean, the town, the old town building, we did get a
Well, we can
realtor.
do that and just say,
Can we put it out for bid?
But that hasn't been
I'm
your
confused. Are you guys talking about going out to bid?
Well,
or
that's
just
what we
selling
haven't
it?
determined yet.
well, this,
Oh, okay.
hopefully it's a,
Okay, all right. Because I hear bid and then I hear just selling it.
Well,
So-
if we put it, the assessed value at 5,000, put it out for bid, see who comes in with the highest. No? That's what we do with all of the,
Well, that's correct. That's what we've done, and then we end up selling stuff for $400. You know, I granted those lots also were non-buildable and whatever,
well,
but
most of them have a, you know, they have to go above 5,000. You can't be below 5,000.
Have a minimum bid of 5,000.
Yeah.
or you have a minimum bid of 10,000.
At least. Bite my tongue.
Okay,
So,
So-
just to be, so you're going to put it out to bid?
They don't know yet.
I know.
They're working on it.
we'll work, you're right.
We're thinking.
Work in progress.
I would say the fella come in and ask to buy it.
Yeah,
He's in a butter, there's one other butter. We say, we
Set a minimum price.
set a minimum price.
for the butter and the two butters.
Right, we're selling this for a minimum price of
Oh.
$10,000.
Okay,
Send it to both of them.
and if we don't get any response, then we can
And,
go out
and
to
let
the
them
general.
both know that it has gone to both butters. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's I just think
And
that's
then we
fair.
can-
They're both the butters.
If they don't want to, no one
No one,
puts a bid in, then we go out to the general public.
correct. You got 2 weeks and then we're
Okay.
going out to, we're putting it out to the general public.
All right,
Yeah.
So 10,000?
I think that's fair, minimum.
Okay.
Well, I know that's fair. That's more than fair,
I'll
but
get the letters out tomorrow.
okay. Okay, we have a note from Effingham.
That was left on from last week.
Okay. We have funding from the Local Road Assistance Program, LRAP. This is where the state, if we document some of the roads we work on, gives us some money. Last year was 82,920. This year is 84,596. I'm sure because they want us to plow 153. No, nothing to do with Route 153. So, we did get a notice, and David didn't mention it, but it's in his purview. We did receive our second stimulus.
Oh, yeah, gosh, I apologize.
That was another 100?
103,000,
Okay.
yep.
so I can actively pursue someone to do the work here.
Oh,
at the town.
absolutely.
Okay.
And we have approval for that. And Harvey, you want to mention that?
Yeah, the generator has been ordered. We're making the down payment. We just signed the warrant for that. So, we're a go on it. And hopefully within 4 to 6 weeks, we may have a generator out here. So,
Now, in conjunction with that, depending on how some of these other things turn out, like the rescue, and we have the extra money now, we might want to consider doing the parking lot. That was something that was mentioned.
We can put that in the next.
Right, exactly. After Harvey gets the generator, because we'll be tearing up the parking lot to put in some underground lines and stuff, so. All right, and we mentioned before, we're working on the audio visual, so all you people can see our magnificent meetings, live and in person. that's about it. Anyone, Harvey, you got anything else?
No, I think that was it for me today. Let me just check my... Well, I still have to quote a propane tank for the generator. The budget committee timeline is still a couple of weeks that we need to compile the budget, plus get ending bills to close out the year. That's about it. That'll do it for me.
Anything, Jess? Okay, we have a couple of guests here. If anyone would like to, Jeff, you?
Yeah, I guess, I've got a list, so I'll just go through it really quick. Dehumidifier, we've been talking about that for almost a year. Police report, I didn't see one for June, but you have one. If I could get a copy of that. would be
Sorry, I
great.
forgot about you.
And I'd still like to see it put on the website. Effingham, you really should watch the YouTube videos, it might be more informative to you. And on Saturday hours, I'd like to see them change from 9 to 12. That seems to be more realistic than 8 to 10. Stanley Building and Mill, I'd like to see a breakdown, because the budget committee's coming up, I'd like to see a breakdown on how much money we spent for the Stanley Building so far, and how much money we spent for the Mill so far, from day one. David is the IT guy. If David steps down, is he gonna still be doing the IT? And are we gonna be paying him to be the IT guy instead of just the town clerk? Generator size, the Harvey mentioned last week, it was a $7,000 for a tank, new tank. I don't think we really need a big tank if we do it, because it's just gonna be, just to power up the town hall in emergency. And if the town hall, if the Parsonsfield lose power, will the town office still be open? Because some towns aren't open when the power is out, so.
Maybe
I know you're talking about
I guess
generator.
that's a good question, but that was half the reason I thought
Yeah,
was, I mean, I've been here before when David's had a generator at the back door and he's open, so I would assume if we had full power that it would be
Right.
well,
open.
I know some other towns don't, they have a generator, but
Wow.
since the rest of the town doesn't have power, they're closed. But it's just a thought, because it's never been mentioned. Parking lot paving, I don't really think it needs to be paved. I think we should be spending our money elsewhere.
So
And number 9, well, I don't even have anything for number 9, but that's probably enough for this week.
I said the same thing, maybe you
Oh.
listened to last week's discussion about
Yeah, I
the
did.
large tank.
Yeah,
And and I agree, I would think a couple small hundreds or whatever would
Yeah.
work, but they had a good point that if we do switch over,
right.
we'll already have a tank
We will have a tank.
and it'll get paid for by the ARPA funds and not by us.
Right, well, aqua funds is really, it's on, it's.
Well, I agree,
It's
but-
not, it's.
but it's
not
already
free
there.
money, it's money we've all
You don't think it's free?
shifted. I think we're all gonna be paying for
You
it
think
somewhere
so?
down the line.
And if you wanna,
Because you're,
Thanks. But
The big tank is-
the tank issue, if it doesn't get used, if we don't change over to propane like in 7 years or something like that, then we've been paying all this time to have a tank of, just to be sitting around. I think we
well, it's
could.
been paid for once.
Right, but
We
I
don't-
think we could get rid of just a small tank to see how it works out before we get a big tank. To swap out is no big deal.
Well, there is if we start digging up everything and put the big tank in. And the other idea was to have it for an emergency situation, for a complete shutdown.
I get that. I just don't know, how much of that propane we're actually gonna be using. And,
If it's not used, it's still there.
right, and is there a cost difference between a small tank and a big tank besides the cost of it? The initial, insurance-wise, are we gonna have to be paying more to have like this giant tank? Does that affect our insurance policy?
Well, that I'd
at
have
all?
to ask. but
So that's
yeah.
something you'd have to figure out, right?
Well, it's something.
And the
we
cost
can
of
ask.
fuel is a lot cheaper
Yeah.
with a big tank than a small tank.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Today, if you bought it, yeah, sure, but to have it sitting around for.
Well, that's true, that's, we'll have to evaluate.
Something about think about. The real estate said $20,000 for that lot. Obviously, everything's been sort of underassessed if it's, right now, because we haven't been reassessed. I don't know this person, but it seems like that is worth a lot more money to that one person or two people than it is to the town. And I think we should get as much money as possible, because then all the money that we get, more money we get, we can bring the taxes down a little bit. We can't just keep giving things away. If you have any more properties, just let me know, and I'll buy every little one of them, and I'll just.
You want
sit
this
on
one?
it. Yeah, sure. How much was it? 2,500?
No, 10.
No, last week. Last week it said 2,500.
Oh, I can't remember what it
I'll
said.
give you 2,500.
Hey, we've discussed it and we've got beyond the 2,500, all right? We're up
So
to
was it 10?
It's up to 10.
But if the real estate agent said 20, then it should be 20.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, I had a house on Chase Road. I think it was assessed at 85, but they sold it for 248. So.
Didn't you feel
what's-
badly?
Huh?
Didn't you feel guilty?
What, selling so cheap?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the town will make.
Hey, you did
I'll
the
get-
same thing that we do. You sold it cheap.
I did, but it didn't affect the taxpayers. And everything that we sell affects the taxpayers.
Right, but it's not,
We should be thinking of the taxpayer. We should be
We
thinking
do.
of lowering the taxes.
that's why we don't owe anybody any money.
Okay, it's number 10, but I wasn't gonna talk about this, but Hasty Road, I'd like to see it shut down in the winter times. Do I have to get a petition, or can the selectmen just say, let's put it on the ballot this year? Or can the budget committee put it on the
Both.
ballot?
2 out of 3, I think.
Yeah, budget committee can't.
Not the budget
Yeah.
committee.
The selectmen
Can do
could
it,
put
or
something
you
in
can get a
If I
saying,
wrote you a letter, you would put maybe.
not necessarily. Or you could get a petition together with 82 signatures,
Yeah, but you
Dave, or
could do it just.
76 or something.
82.
The three of us could do it.
We can, and I agree with you, but you're the only person I've spoke to that's asked for that, you know what I'm saying?
Only
And
because I'm looking out for the taxpayer.
I agree. I agree, and it isn't a bad idea, and I think Keys Mountain Road could be right there too.
Yeah, it could be, one step at a time, though.
But nobody else has said anything to me about it.
Are there residents?
Can it make-
No.
Can it maybe be something that's discussed before the next plow contract? Because we have no,
I bring it up every year.
well, okay, but we have no authority to lower the price on the plow contract.
No, we don't, but we
Yeah.
can say for the next plow contract,
Yeah.
that road will not be
Yeah.
included. But
Yeah.
if the selectmen could put it on the article faster than I could,
Yep.
and it would be in the interest of the taxpayer. I mean, it's 2.5 miles through.
I guess I'm not opposed,
The plow contract.
Oh, it will.
value, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not opposed to doing it. It's, the people just gotta vote on it. You know, all we're doing is,
I'll tell you about it.
Do we know how many people use Hasty Road?
Anecdotally, I can give you something.
Okay.
We got a call, it was the second or third year that Hasty Road was opened back up during the winter.
Yeah.
Somebody had stalled on Hasty Road at 8 p.m. They stayed in, this is during the winter, they stayed in their car until 8 a.m. Nobody went by. So they finally got out of their car and walked to a residence. So it's just anecdotal. It was 12 hours that nobody went
oh, I
by.
can vouch for it. I'm there all winter long. Nobody drives through there.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to putting it on the, we're not making a decision. All we're doing is putting it on there and the town can vote on it. The same thing with everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to it.
What about the people that live at
No,
the end
well,
of this?
it'll be plowed until where the people don't live anymore.
Right.
Nobody lives on the north end of Hasty Road. There's people that live in about 4/10 of a mile
From the south
from the
end.
south end.
From Taylor City there
Yes,
or whatever.
and that's where they used to turn around.
Now, is this,
The only thing that, if that was the case, I would love to see it actually closed, like so you couldn't use it, because in this, to get
That's a seasonal
the
road.
to get the best benefit out of it, you got to keep people off from it
All the time.
in the spring, in the mud season. You know what I mean? I mean, keep them off from it. We put a sign up that says road closed to winter maintenance. Well, people still go down there as soon as the snow melts and then the ground is soft and it ruts it up, and we still have to do our spring maintenance. But if nobody actually went on the road, you know, for that time period, our maintenance would cut way back. So we would reap the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't really even benefit as far as the road maintenance, closing it, you know what I'm saying? Because just with a sign, because people use it and stave the road up just the same. You'd actually have to physically stop people from using the road. So you'd save money on the plow contract, but you wouldn't save it on the road maintenance.
Is there a
And
safety
one-
issue to this?
Just one thing to add to that too. When we do close it for mud season and it snows like 3 more times, we're actually technically paying for something to be plowed that's not plowed because it's mud season and the plows would ruin the road. So it's almost like a third of the time we're paying for something we're not even using. And if we turn it into a snowmobile trail, nobody would use that. Wouldn't use it because they would respect it. If it was said, closed seasonal road, snowmobile trail, and now no trucks are going to drive on a snowmobile trail. They'll respect it.
Actually illegal to drive on a snowmobile trail, I believe.
Right. So if we made it a snowmobile trail during the
And I
closed
spoke
season,
with the,
they'll keep the trucks off.
I spoke with the owner who owns basically all the road frontage on Keezer Mountain Road, and they were not opposed to it. Because initially, when I first got selectman, the plow guys just stopped plowing it. The road was pretty rough shape. It was before Maya was road commissioner. The road was in pretty rough shape, and in the wintertime, he just threw his hands up and said, he just didn't do it because nobody was using the road, and it was the hills, you know what I'm saying? But then they were logging down there, and I brought it to their attention. I said, they're paying road frontage, house lot, whatever, and it's not in tree growth, they're paying top dollar for their taxes, and they're not getting their road plowed. So I was an advocate for it. But I talked to the landowner, and he said he didn't care. He'd gladly plow the road himself if he's logging there. He'll plow just to where he's logging and back.
Now,
So-
how does the safety issue for the people that live on the other side? Is there an ambulance?
There's no ambulance that's gonna, in their right mind, go on Hasty Road in the middle of the winter.
How do they get there?
153.
153,
153.
yeah.
Yeah, but they won't go on it. Fire and rescue will not go on
No,
it.
so
during
there's
the winter.
no other road unless you go Maple Crest, that kind of thing?
There's
Right.
mutual aid though, Harvey. I mean,
Mutual aid?
Yeah,
Okay.
Effingham or
Picks up
Freedom
on
would
that
be
side.
there
Okay.
first
Just-
if it was a dire emergency. Yeah,
No, you'd probably likely get fired if you drove down that road in the
yeah,
wintertime.
absolutely. After they pulled you out of the ditch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, there's a couple corners you couldn't even get around with a
Yeah.
fire truck in the wintertime.
yeah.
Why does that road exist? Is it commercial for logging?
Well, it was,
Commercial enterprises can-
I mean, when I was a kid, it was always in less shape than it is now, but we always took it just because,
It's there.
we like the woods.
It's just
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And it's part of a plantation.
It-
It's the plantation.
Well, it goes
but-
through the
And it was through the plantation. It was always a seasonal road.
To get from one road to another road quickly?
Kind of one side of town to the other. Parsonsfield's really big, and there's a village over there in Parsonsfield, and there's a village over here, and so it kind of made sense instead of saying you got to go around through another state to get back to your own town. You know what I'm saying? And
But the
so-
road is not Four Seasons and...
Well, it is now. Yeah, it's four season. Yeah,
It must be three.
but I wouldn't take a two-wheel drive vehicle on it in the wintertime.
Okay, so it's not safe for everyone.
Well, no. I mean, yeah, it's your own discretion. Yeah.
And you say emergency vehicles won't go down
No,
there.
no.
So that's a public safety issue.
Well,
No, they haven't gone down there for ages.
yeah, they've never
But if
used
someone
it.
is injured down there and requires
No.
medical assistance,
Oh,
they
well-
won't go down.
Well,
They can't make it
Oh,
down.
no.
on the road itself.
That's what the road's for, right? They don't get
I guess you're right. Yeah, but
vehicles down to somewhere. That's where the road goes.
No,
no.
it was a seasonal road, always a seasonal road. The plantations, say get this big, it's just a logging
And it's
road.
dirt.
It's
Yeah.
like dirt, it's a dirt road. It's very narrow, it's basically a logging trail for them to log different
Retrieve.
sections of the
Yeah.
plantation.
Okay.
It was politically motivated that we open it up from the old road commissioner that was using it as a cut through and had the plow contract at the time. I could be wrong, but it was a political thing where they got their family and they voted to open it up, and they voted to open it up. So then it was opened up. But it's 2 miles of going through the woods.
On bad terrain that even a two-wheel vehicle can't make through. In certain vehicles,
And
emergency
rescue
vehicles
won't use
go.
it, school buses won't use
There
it,
you go.
trash buses won't use it. So it really should go back to a seasonal road. But I don't wanna have to get 80 signatures to put it on the ballot.
No, we can discuss it and see whether it makes sense for that and Mountain Road, actually.
Keys Mountain Road, yeah.
Keys Mountain Road.
We'll save money.
Wow, sounds like safety
Well, I
as
don't,
well.
the money savings is,
Right.
Well, and then,
You know.
well, the safety issue too is that if people think they can drive down that in the middle of the winter, good luck. Because you're gonna, somebody could get stranded. And
Yeah, but
because
it's-
we decided, because of the selectmen decided to keep it open, and someone dies on
The
the road.
town
the
decides to
selectmen's-
keep it open.
On the selectmen's.
If somebody gets stranded down there, Jeff, they can't walk out a mile.
You'll tell them.
I'll tell them.
Well, you
All right, well,
know,
let's-
somebody's gonna
yeah,
go down
we'll
there.
work on that one. We have 3 things we would potentially,
Yeah,
for the town meeting, the 2 roads and the variance on the lot on Route 25,
Is,
the Will Water.
yeah.
is Middle Road gonna be repaved too?
Who?
That section, Middle Road from the South River?
Some of
To
it,
the-
I
Yeah,
don't know where.
I thought it already was supposed to be,
Right, so,
but,
well, I haven't been down there yet, but once when that road is really
yeah,
done,
the people,
then people will just gravitate
yeah,
to that, because it'll be a lot faster.
right.
Did you have something? I don't know, you're
Oh, no, I'm just here to witness.
waiting?
No, witness, just.
Oh, witness.
Yep.
A witness? That sounds very technical. All right, folks, well, thank you very much. Glad everyone listened, hopefully, and we'll see you next week.